హాయ్. ఏ ఇండస్ట్రీలో అయినా హీరోయిన్గా రాణించాలంటే గ్లామర్తో మెప్పిస్తూనే పర్ఫార్మెన్స్తో మెస్మరైజ్ చేయాలి. ఈ రెండిట్లోనూ ది బెస్ట్ అనిపించుకుంటోంది అలియా భట్. కమర్షియల్ చిత్రాల్లో నటిస్తూనే పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఓరియంటెడ్ చిత్రాల్లోనూ మెప్పిస్తూ విమర్శకుల ప్రశంసల్ని అందుకుంటోంది. ప్రజెంట్ లివింగ్ లెజెండ్ సంజయ్ లీలా బన్సాలి దర్శకత్వంలో రూపొందిన గంగూబాయి బయోపిక్లో టైటిల్ రోల్లో యాక్ట్ చేస్తోంది అలియా భట్. ఈ మూవీ February 25th గ్రాండ్గా రిలీజ్ అవుతోంది. సో గంగూబాయి బయోపిక్ గురించి ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ విషయాలని అలియా భట్ మాటల్లోనే తెలుసుకుందాం. Hello Alia, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm too good and you are looking very beautiful in this outfit.
Thank you so much.
So first of all, congratulations. Trailer was really mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And you are amazed with us with your mind-blowing performance and intense performance. So we are eagerly waiting for the movie.
Thank you.
So how excited are you about this release?
Very excited. I think it's been 3 years that we've been living with the film. Started shooting for it 2019. Supposed to release 2021, then got pushed, then got pushed, and now finally 2022 is releasing on 25th February. So expectation is to bring people to the theatre because now it's post-COVID time, whether there is a fear, whether there is excitement. But I always believe that a powerful, good, entertaining film will always bring the audience back into the theatre.
Yes, and definitely portraying the role of Gangubai is definitely emotionally challenging task. What was your thought process when the director approached you with this role?
So the story is that I was meant to do another film with Sanjay sir, which didn't happen. It got shelved.
Okay.
So then I was very sad. I was like, oh no, my one dream is not going to come true and all of that. Then sir said to me, you go take a break for a few days. I have another thought in mind, but you take a break and we'll come back and we'll discuss it. I came back and then sir presented me with this script. For the first moment I was very shocked. I was not understanding how sir thought I could play this part. It's a very strong, powerful, weight, heavy part. And I've always had the image of a very young, bubbly, cute, that kind of girl. Exactly. All those words that have always been associated with me. But this part required intensity, a strength, like a certain power in the eyes, which only comes with experience and with strength and with weight. But Sanjay sir believed that I would do it. So I said, okay, if he believes it, I'll just go with it and surrender completely to him and to the process and to the part. And that's exactly what happened. I went totally into the deep end, like I took a big plunge off the mountain and I said, okay, now either I will fly or either I will fall, and hopefully I will fly.
We were completely surprised seeing your transformation in Gangubai character. So how did you get into the head of this character and mannerisms and all?
So there is a different time period of the character, when she's young, then when she's middle age, then when she's a little older, between like 15, 16 to like 30, 32. But the experience that she goes through in these 10, 12 years or even more is so loaded, you can say. It's really full of challenges. It's full of, struggles. There is so much that comes in her way where she has to fight, but she's a fighter. So how she decides to come back. So the preparation for that was not something that I could do. I could only live the character, imagine what she was going through and then prepare. Because she comes from Kathiawadi, there was a Gujarati accent that I had to bring in to the character, which I did. I had dialect coach, diction coach on set. She would give suggestions and we would kind of follow through. But other than that, the preparation was more mental. It was all here. I have to keep the character in my head. Okay, what this girl is going through, what she is feeling. And the beautiful thing was, even with Sanjay sir on set, every other character, supporting character in this, in the film was so good at what they were doing. Performers, the world really came alive. He created the 4 lanes of Kamatipura, but in those 4 lanes, it was our whole world. And for 2 years, that's all we did. Every day going to that set. We shot only at night.
Okay.
mainly at night. 150 days of shoot, I think about 130 days we shot at night. So the whole world was sleeping while we were working. So there was peace and quiet. And it's like that became our world. So there was no other extracurricular activities, no doing anything. I couldn't even go home and watch TV after working and coming home because it was so exhausting.
So what was the toughest part while portraying this character?
The toughest part was this, that I'm totally, my world is very different from the world of Gangubai.
Yes.
And I don't have knowledge or information or exposure to that world. I've been brought up very protective family, Juhu, you know, with in the suburbs of Mumbai. Went to a school with my friends and stuff like that, and that's it. I didn't travel. I didn't go even abroad to study. I studied here only and I started working. There was not much time to experience anything. So what I know is only world of movies. So all I've done with my characters is create an imagination of what's written to me on the script and the paper. So that was the toughest part, that I have no understanding of the world, but I still have to do it. So that's where the power of the imagination comes.
So you're playing the role of a strong woman. So what aspect of strength did you find while portraying this character in her?
So you know, when something wrong happens in your life, you feel like, how can this happen to me? You feel angry with life. You feel angry, okay, this, whatever happened should not have happened to you. Now you have two choices. Either you feel angry about it and do nothing, and you waste your life being angry, or you convert that anger into strength. And that's what I learned from this character, that she's always angry and you'll see it in her eyes.
Yes, pain.
You'll
pain
see
also,
pain.
some pain also.
You'll see angst.
Yes.
You'll see just a lack of understanding of how you can treat us like this. But she'll take that humiliation, she'll take that disrespect, and she'll create that into power. And that's what I find very inspiring. Because everything is not always going to go your way. Especially in life, you think, oh, I want to only have a good life. Nobody only has a good life. No, everybody has some issue or the other. No matter who you are, where you come from, you always have some issue and some battle you have to fight, because that's what life is about. It's all about the ups and downs. But how do you get up once you've fallen down? That's what I learned from this character.
So it is a dream come true for every actor to work with a living legend, Sanjay Leela Bansali sir. So how did you feel when you got a call from him?
I think I was jumping when I got the call for the first time. I remember I was not in town. I was traveling somewhere. I'd gone for a holiday, and I got the call, and I was like, and everybody around me was like, "What's wrong? What happened?" I was just like jumping around from place to place.
Okay.
It's a dream come true, like you said, and I feel very grateful and very happy, and I hope I can continue to work with him. I keep telling him that, sir, I don't think we're done. We have one more film to do. Then after that, I'll say we have one more film to do. Because the experience is so, it's so satisfying.
So how is it working with him, and share some interesting things about him?
It's the most satisfying experience. It's very unpredictable. Every day is a new day, and you have to be prepared for anything. That sir may come and say, okay, we are doing happy scene today. But then suddenly he'll change it to an emotional scene.
Okay.
Suddenly from emotional scene it will become happy scene. Suddenly it will become this. Suddenly if the scene was happy, but he'll make it emotional. He'll change it as he feels is working for the character, and he wants to keep it surprising and spontaneous with maintaining the character graph. So you have to constantly remember the weight, the power, the strength, and you have to keep that going. But at the same time, you have to be able to say that, okay, there is no one way of doing a scene. There's always a new 100 ways you can do one scene. Yeah, the scene is, okay, girl and boy are talking, or girl and girl are talking, and they have a fight. Now they can have a fight sitting on the table and chair, they can have a fight running, they can have a fight skipping, they can have a fight sleeping. There are so many ways you can do it, but the point is they have a fight. So how do you make that setting interesting? It was all about that. Everything has to be interesting, it has to be entertaining. With every scene you have to create some magic, and that's what Sir is about. He likes to create magic.
So what did you learn from him throughout this journey?
This only, what I just said, that there is no one way of doing a scene. The script is just the starting point. The paper that is given to you and the dialogues and the instructions, that's not final. You come as the character, anything can happen. I can say, sir, I don't want to say this, and he'll say, okay, tell me why, and I'll say because, and he'll say, okay, I believe you. And he'll change it. That's what I learned, that there is no rules when it comes to the creative aspect. As long as you are keeping the plot points in place, there is no rules of how you can approach a scene.
So tell us about your co-star Ajay Devagan, and I think you are working for the first time with him.
Yes.
And how is his character going to be in this movie?
Ajay sir's character is very important in Gangubai's life. When his character comes into her life, the point at which he comes into her life in the film, it becomes a turning point for her. It's a very impactful part. I had a lovely time working with him. He is amazing, so giving, so positive, so interactive, giving suggestions. Not at all the big superstar that he is, doesn't come with that weight on set. Total team player. I remember even when we stood like the shot would be over and they're setting up for the next shot, he would not even go to his van. He would sit over there only on the mark, on one chair, and just sit over there, and that's how comfortable he is on set, because he's been doing it for so many years now. And his experiences, you can see on screen, he gives one look and you feel that, like even when he enters in the trailer and all, you feel like clapping. Like he has that power and he knows exactly how to deliver that. And at the same time, he's always happy to try new things. Even when he's not in shot and I'm giving my shot, and he'll stay there behind the camera and give cues. It's really lovely to work with him.
So every movie is a different experience, every character is a different experience. So what sort of experience you gained from this character?
I mean, the experience is not something that I can put into, oh, it was a fun experience, oh, it was a learning experience. I can't do that because I've lived with the character for 2 years. So sometimes I feel I'm still living with the character. When I watch the visuals, I don't see me, I see Gangubai, because I became that character. So I don't look at it like it's just another film. It's almost like she became my my other half. So I can switch into Gangubai mode whenever I want, which has happened only with this film because I've lived the character for so long.
Okay, so what was your father's reaction after watching the trailer?
My father?
Yeah.
He hasn't seen the trailer yet.
Really?
No, yeah, it's coming out tomorrow, no?
Okay.
But he's seen the film.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what was his reaction?
That I won't say. Because then he'll be giving it all away. Well, let's say that he was very happy.
That's it.
What else will I say?
Okay. So you have completed 10 years in the industry. So how has your journey been so far?
Sometimes I think that when did the 10 years go? Like I'm sitting now and thinking about my first day of shoot of my life, and it feels like it just happened yesterday. Then sometimes I feel that, oh, it's been so long, it doesn't feel like 10 years, it feels like 20 years. Because there's been so many experiences, so many ups and downs, and travel and people and conversations. Then sometimes I feel I have no memory. Like I feel like I've just started. And I'm like, yeah, what happened? Oh yeah, that also happened. I have no memory. Because there's so much information overload. But I've enjoyed every second of it. And that's one thing I made one promise to myself, even now, as I'm going along. And I'm hopefully there for another 10 years. I want to do and be an actor because that makes me happy. There's no force, there's no pressure, there's no race. It's just fun and passionate, and I'll work hard, but I have to have fun. If I'm not having fun, then there's no point. Because it's a dream to be able to do this and to be able to love what you're doing as your work. You can only do it if you love it.
Yes.
Because the amount of energy it requires and attention and sacrificing food and good times and holiday and desserts and all those things. And like sometimes, oh yeah, I want to take time off, but no, so I'm meant to go to shoot and I'm meant to work. So it's a round the clock, and nobody can go to work for me. I have to go to work for me. So I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I hope I'll continue to.
Alia, other than acting, what are your interests and passion?
Sleeping.
Oh my god.
No, I love. The funny thing is that's all I love. Acting, movies. I don't have any hobbies also. I would say singing, playing the guitar, swimming, all that. But my main passion is movies.
ఇక్కడ బాలీవుడ్లో సంజయ్ లీలా బన్సాలి ఎంత పెద్ద లెజెండరీ డైరెక్టరో సేమ్ మాకు టాలీవుడ్లో కూడా రాజమౌళి గారు అంత పెద్ద లెజెండరీ డైరెక్టర్. సో విత్ ఇన్ 1 month స్పాన్ మీకు RRR కూడా రిలీజ్ అవుతోంది. సో March 25th. సో ఎలా ఫీల్ అవుతున్నారు?
Well, we had such a long promotion thing for RRR when we were ready to release on 7 Jan, and then you know the way it happened. So anticipation for that film, I think, will be there at any point, at any time. But it was quite sad, I think, for the whole team when we were all looking up, you know, looking for that one moment when it was going to release in the theaters, and then whatever happened, but it was not safe and it was not correct, and they took the right decision, and now finally it's coming. I'm again waiting for people to. I'm waiting to see the film myself. I have not seen RRR, and I'm waiting for the film to release as well, because I think it's also going to be fantastic and fabulous. And like you just said, Rajamouli sir is legendary and he's a visionary, and it'll all be amazing.
ఐ థింక్ యు ఆర్ లక్కీ శ్యామ్ బికాజ్ మీరు రాజమౌళి గారితో వర్క్ చేయాలని విష్ చేశారు. యువర్ డ్రీమ్ కేమ్ ట్రూ. అండ్ దట్ టు NTR బిగ్ స్టార్ అండ్ రామ్ చరణ్ బిగ్ స్టార్, అండ్ ద కాంబినేషన్ ఈజ్ ఎ వెరీ బిగ్ థింగ్. సో ఎలా అనిపించింది తెలుగులో ఫస్ట్ టైం ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో వర్క్ చేయడం? హౌ ఇస్ ఇట్ వర్కింగ్ ఇన్ తెలుగు?
It was very nice. I had a great time. I was nervous about the you know, the delivery and the language and all of that, but I worked hard at it and it all worked out. And when I you know, when we were even promoting the film, people are asking me, would you be open to doing more films? And I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting. I would love a good part, and you know, to do a good film, I would like to be that pan India actor. So you don't think of me of only in one language. I could do all the languages.
మీకు సౌత్ ఇండియన్ యాక్టర్స్లో ఫేవరెట్ యాక్టర్ ఎవరు? నెక్స్ట్ ఎవరితో వర్క్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారు? హూ ఈజ్ యువర్ ఫేవరెట్ యాక్టర్?
Well, I loved working with Tarak and Charan. I would love to work with them again. I would love to work with Allu. I think he is...
Allu Arjun?
Yes, he is fantastic. I've met him once.
Okay.
When we were shooting for a brand, Fruity. And it was a very brief interaction, but he was so warm and so charming. I had like a blast watching Pushpa. I thought he was fantastic in that film. So I'm hoping that we get to do a film together. And in fact, a lot of my fans and a lot of people are putting together, because they call me Allu. So they're like, oh, next time I want to see Allu and Allu. So I'm hoping that combination happens. There are Allu Arjun fans sitting right over here. My makeup artist Puneet is a big fan.
Okay.
So she's also, everybody's waiting. Everyone in my team is waiting for that combination to happen.
Okay. Soon మేము త్వరగా చూడాలని అనుకుంటున్నాం ఆ కాంబినేషన్.
In fact, after seeing Gangubai trailer, so many people coming and telling me fire hai fire. They're quoting Pushpa dialogues for Gangubai trailer, which actually I should maybe share with him.
Is it true that you are finalized for NTR movie with Koratala Shiva sir?
Well, nothing is finalized. I'm in conversation with them, and I would not want to finalize anything without the whole team. But I hope it works out, and I'm in conversation that I can confirm.
సో ఫైనల్లీ తెలుగు ఆడియన్స్కి గంగూబాయ్ మూవీ గురించి ఏం చెప్తారు? వాట్ డూ యూ వాంట్ టు సే?
Nothing. That I've interacted with the Telugu audience and the Telugu fans, and they're possibly the most loyal fans, and they really, really love movies. And I promise them that this will be a very entertaining experience. So please go to the theaters and enjoy the film.
సో తెలుగులో సంజయ్ లీలా బన్సాలి గారికి చాలా అంటే చాలా పెద్ద ఫ్యాన్ ఫాలోయింగ్ ఉంది. ఎట్ ద సేమ్ టైం మీరు ట్రైలర్ చూసాక మీ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ చూస్తే అందరూ వావ్ అన్న ఫీలింగ్లోకి వచ్చేసారు. డెఫినెట్గా February 25th గంగూబాయ్ అందరికీ నచ్చుతుంది, అందరి ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్కి రీచ్ అవుతుందని అనుకుంటున్నాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
Thank you so much.